What up, everyone? MattyO here. Believe it or not, I have not seen none of this MVP footage, so I'm here, gonna watch it first time, maybe the only time until maybe if I have grandkids, I'll watch it with them one day. So let's go through it. Let's do it. This was the last round. I was packed and ready to went home. I ain't been home in 3.5 months. This was the golden day I was looking forward to for like 4 weeks. I was just kind of excited. Hole 1, I play this hole for 4. Every time I'll play it for 4 for the rest of my life. The days before, it was super headwindy. I threw it in the pond the second round to start the round. Tristan Tanner Relive, my most stable, the green ones that are the most beefiest Rives ever made. And it barrel rolled in the pond how windy it was the second round. So just putting it anywhere in play was my #1 priority. I always tell myself, because I birdie this hole every freaking time in practice, and like I have a notorious thing of just making this hole look hard during the tournament. So this year I tried to concede to just play it to the left of the basket, because if you play it left, it makes the gap a lot easier in a weird way, instead of trying to flip it up and trying to get all flippy and glidey, because that's how you got to play the hole. It's super downhill. And I just happened to accidentally throw it perfect. Like, sidearm's like one of them things where it either really feels good in your hand that day or it don't. You know, I just feel like it's one of them things, and this day it felt pretty good. I like this Enforcer I put in my bag. This was this Fusion and Orbit Enforcer, this Gavin Rathbun one. I put in my bag right before the win round because of the Tristan Tanner shot on hole 1 on round 2. It was almost like a quarterback switch that came epic on that one, because that was like my unsung hero disc of that tournament, because it definitely, I'll bring up what shot it came in super clutch on later. And I never threw that disc my whole life until this tournament. Hole 6, I think hole 6 is one of the hardest holes out here, believe it or not. But there's so much stroke separation on this hole, so much can happen. And there ain't nothing wrong with throwing it straight and putting yourself for a 30-footer, and like I kind of think I almost did here. It's been my bear that I've been riding with there. I thought I parked it. It had a weird little kick because I didn't see it come out, so I assumed that it's a kind of a soft kick for hitting a tree that way, and that disc is pretty dang stiff too. And this was my 1 short arm putt of the day. I thought I kind of made it, though. I didn't. It had a tailwind. Needed to put it in there. I remember him right when it was here. I said, that's in. I think I even said, that's in. He booms it. Crowd goes crazy. It was epic. The A-holes are epic. I mean, this is... Andrew Marwede has like the sickest, smoothest sidearm. I bet you he birdies this hole in his sleep, honestly. This is like right up his sleep alley. Boom. Wins the generator. I've been playing a lot with Andrew. He's like... Me and him are like A-tier slayers. So any A-tier, I know I'm playing with Marwede. And this was a disc that I told myself I need to get better with. This Royal Honor. Looks good. I kind of did a slightly... Probably didn't follow through. I think if I remember right, though, there's weirdly those times where you just know it's going to skip off like the road and go in. Like I think that was one of the weird times where I'm like, yep, that's skipping off the water. And I never get those skips. Leaving hole 10, I love this hole. This is one of my favorite holes in disc golf. And I just try to throw it at the woods and try to get as much distance as possible. And I like to land on the left side. I forgot about my roller here. I had to do this, though. I got the nice little rock above it. I didn't see it roll because it was like hidden over the hill. I saw the bounce. I'm gonna have to get a shout out to my boy Eric Tracy on that one. That was from Eric Tracy, New Orleans, Louisiana. My boy shot right there. I knew I was gonna make this putt though. I saw the lie and I was like, ooh, okay, it got up to there. So I was pumped. This was my cleanest putt of the round. All right, just jammed that putt, headed to the new, they brought this tee back this year, 60, 70 feet, which makes a tremendous difference on this one. Oh, that's that's Julio Jones. Ever since the day I saw those at the shop over there on Commercial Street, the DD store, I knew that was going to be my dog. I name all my drivers after old Alabama receivers. I've had so many of each one of them, though, I've kind of used them all up, and we ain't really had no good receivers in the last year or two, so I'm kind of down on my luck right now. I'm going to have to come up with something new. So then I get to this tee box, waiting for my play call, waiting, you know, maybe some clipboards flying, like, lay up, no, go for it, you know. I think I ended up attacking this hole. I don't remember exactly what. I never checked scores because there was no service at this point in our group, so That Fusion Enforcer, that Orbit Enforcer I told you I threw in the bag, this is where it came in clutch. Yeah, this hole's been one of my nemesis ever, always. In hole 15, this is more like home. Change all these trees into pine trees and maybe get rid of that valley right there off the tee. And you're in Mobile, Alabama with imagination. And then, so I threw this pine. It's the only disc I had for this shot. This pine was made for this hole. I was super happy about that shot. Get to hole 16, either pimped this hole all week or I kicked left and almost lost my flow about 8 times in the 2 weeks I did. I barely found them each time. And this one was the one I ended up saying, just do it like Ken Climo. That's what I remember when I said, just throw it like Climo. And I was super pumped about that one. Best shot of my tournament. That was my shot of my tournament, in my opinion. Had my crazy little caddy stepping up that putt. He was I could tell he was going through his phone. He was easy to read. So I was like, he can't find scores. I know I'm close though. And I was in New England, so I was going to yell Tom Brady when I threw it. But something in the back of my head somehow said, don't yell Tom Brady, that's cocky. So I yelled Dimebag Darrell instead. Next hole, love this hole, hole 17. Now I know, after that, I can tell that I'm probably near the lead because it was headwind on this hole, but I had to throw the flow, so I had to like really trust it to kind of almost throw it like a mid-range, like turnover, like a hyzer late flip. When I get an unlucky kick, I just take it for what it is. One of the worst excuses is unlucky. Terrible excuse. Even though we all know who's lucky and not lucky, I could guarantee you I'm on the not so lucky list. I had this shot every freaking time all 2 weeks I was here. And this is my I call this my Orange Beach, Alabama shot, because it's like the shot you throw when you're at the beach. You throw a big turnover and you play it anhyzer to your buddy. So I was right there. I just locked it in and shot because I was like, all right, feels good. Knew I got it. And then I think I yelled Dimebag Darrell again because I didn't want to yell Tom Brady, even though I was thinking that because I didn't want to be cocky. Coming up to hole 18, I could feel it building. So I never knew the scores. Our whole, still no service. It was, at this point, I'm trying to get scores, and I was kind of debating to go to the inside, but I said, don't play luck here. And then this is just another shot I told myself to kind of, I like Climo, let the disc do its thing. I threw my tartar sauce right here. Disc of the year, shot of the year, last year's disc I threw. So going into this is where it gets crazy because at this point, I'm freaking ready to find the score. So then I'm like, I go up to Goose. I was like, what do you think I should do? He's like, looking by the way everybody is, I'd lay it up. And I said, okay. And then proceeded to throw the worst sidearm layup of my life. Didn't know what to think there. I even looked at Greg there like, what the hell did I just do? That was Barsby I was looking at like, Landed, I lost behind this tree. So got up here and it kind of reminded me of hole 2 at Chickasaw, but shorter. My Orange Beach, Alabama shot. And when it got over, all I remember was hugging Casey and hugging Trayvon. This is who I stayed with for the last 3 weeks. Trayvon was my roommate who saw me go through the whole. That was my boy the last 3 weeks right there. So the only thing I remember about that day mainly was throwing that shot and seeing them two. That's my moment I'll forget for the rest of my life. Honestly, all this is all fairyland. I don't remember none of what happened. And I didn't even trust the scores because I didn't believe that the group was not shooting that good behind me. So there's all kind of things. I'm like, this ain't real. I'm just shot really good and I have a chance to win. I don't know what my trophy. This wasn't my trophy. This is actually the sign at the front of the. This is the sign at the front of the Marshall Street Road that you pull into. I still got a trophy out there. That's a good. Yeah, just keep dreaming though, and keep disc golf fun. Like always, like when I think about when I was like a kid, and just enjoying what you were thinking about when you were a kid, just having fun, messing with frisbees. Oh, I can't believe that's a good run. Just having fun with disc golf. That's all for me. MVP Open here. This will be the only time I watch it until maybe my grandkids. So this will be my first and only real experience, and I'm glad y'all got the experience with me. This was one of the best and day that'll change my life forever. So, and y'all helped change that for me, being there with y'all's crowd and y'all watching and all the kudos after the event. So I love y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Make sure to like and subscribe down below, and we'll see you next time.
Support MattyO and check out all of his signature discs, including his upcoming Moonshine Orbit harp, right now at ddiscs.com/MattyOMVP.